and thank you for tuning in. Today, we will discuss what is phonological awareness, and I will explain the different components. Just to recap, we are working on foundational reading skills, and the topics that we are learning or studying is print concepts, phonological awareness, phonics and word recognition, and fluency. Today, we will be working on phonological awareness. Phonological awareness is the ability to identify and manipulate units of oral language. Now, I wanted to incorporate phonemic awareness into this training session because a lot of people are confused between the two, phonological awareness and phonemic awareness. Some people think they're the same thing when they're actually not. Phonemic awareness is understanding that spoken words are made up of smaller units of sound. So your child needs to be able to know those smaller units of sounds before they can try to manipulate them. It's going to be hard to manipulate something that you're not quite sure about. Now, today we're going to be working on sounds, onsets and rhymes, syllables, and words. Sounds. Being able to associate the letter of the alphabet with the sounds. Now, I want to pause for a minute and just state that in order to teach the sounds, your child must know the letters. So you need to teach the letters before you can teach the sound because you're going to go. The child will be able to do the sound, but they're not going to be able to make that connection as to what it goes with. So you need to let them know all of the letters first, and then you're working on the sounds. So, for example, I have these flashcards. And if you would like to purchase these flashcards, I will drop the link in and you can purchase them on my website. Now, first, let's do A. Everybody knows A. You're going to ask your child, what sound does this letter make? And hopefully your child will say, ah, ah. And then they might say, alligator. Or A is for alligator, ah, ah, ah. That is the way that I used to teach my children when we did our letters and letter sounds. We would say the letter first, then we would say what it was stood for, and then we would say the sound. So A is for alligator, ah, ah, ah. And then you will go on and do the next one. So here is another example. What sound does this letter make? R, R. R is for ram. R, R, R. R is for ram. R, R, R. Now they're able to make that connection between the sound, the letter, and also this one has a picture. And all of the cards have pictures of real life animals on them. So they're able to make that connection. Now, you can also ask your child or your student, if this was a long vowel, what would it say? So we're going to go back to the A. If this is a long vowel, what is it going to say? And hopefully your child will be able to say it's going to say its name. And then you'll go correct. Now, what is its name? And they'll say A. So the long vowel A makes the A sound. That is how you would do for all of the vowels. And the last question, do some letters have the same sounds? And then you will allow your child to think or the student to think. Because if you know, C and K can make the same sound. So then they should answer yes. And when they answer yes, then you'll ask them, what letters make the same sound? And then they'll tell you, and then you can respond or give them praise for acknowledging that response. Onsets and rhyme. The onset is the initial phonological unit of any word, and the term rhyme refers to the string of letters that follow, usually a vowel and final consonant. Children will be able to identify chunks in words and decode new words after being introduced to onsets and rhymes. As we mentioned, onset is the initial unit and rhyme is the string of letters that follow. Now, I just wanted to provide an example of onset and rhymes. Now, I am going to use the Word Family Flip Book by Lakeshore as my example. Now, as you see in the first card, it has the single unit, which is the letter C. You can ignore the picture. It has the single unit, which is the letter C. That's the onset. And then the rhyme is the word family, at, A-T. So C is the onset, at is the rhyme. S is the onset, at is the rhyme. Now you tell me, what is the onset? Hopefully you said B is the onset and at is the rhyme.